Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto with Caleb. Ripple just dropped its biggest single country expansion ever in Brazil. And this is like a full financial stack live with payments. So you're talking custody, stable coins, brokerage, treasury, and on top of that, a Ripple backed firm with over 473 million XRP just filed to go public on the NASDAQ with a $1 billion treasury play. So layers of institutional adoption, stacking up. Hey, we're here. But you know, this finally is the combo that puts XRP in the lead for 2026 alt recovery. I mean, I think we're on the recovery of I think we're at the bottom of a bear market and we're coming out of it. That's like my 2 cents. I think we may have a time of accumulation, right? And if you're smart and you want to be smart money, this is the time when you want to be stacking those bags over and over and over. I keep telling people, stack your bags, stack your bags, stack your bags. So, I mean, it's just, this is the time where people are most fearful. They're like, I don't know what's going to happen. Of course, we saw the, that big gas refinery over there get blowed up. Well, they say it takes about 4 or 5 years of it to be, you know, repaired. So I don't know what that's going to do with the gas prices. And it's not oil, this is like refined gas or whatever, like just the gasoline, I believe. So I mean, maybe, but stick to the end, and we'll get to a realistic price of what we kind of price implications and why holders might want to be paying close attention right now. But just full disclosure, this is not financial advice. I know you hear this on all the channels, but it's just, you just got to say it. And always, please do your own research. Like you can come on to YouTube and you can hear people talk about different things, hear the news, blah 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 blah. But you're only going to have your own conviction and actually believe in something if you're the one that's doing the research and, like, you know, actually you know, believing it, right? You're the one that's gonna have that level of conviction, because you're the one that actually put in the time and the effort to figure out all these things, right? Because you're only just trusting somebody else, right? And on this channel, I want you to like trust what I'm saying. You know, if I say something wrong, go research it and let me know in the comments, right? Let me know in the comments. And I want to hear your thoughts, right? Because we're all in this together. The XRP army, but I'm gonna call it the XRP family. But let's say a quick check. Bitcoin's been hanging out around like 69, 70K. It's steady, but it's kind of been we've been range bound, right? It's same for XRP. We did have a little bit of a pump the other day, right? We went all the way up to about $1.62 US. So I mean, that's a pretty substantial move, actually, when you think about it. I know it doesn't feel like it because everything has come so far down since the peak, like, you know, ages ago, it feels like. But I think the lowest is about $1.10, and then it doesn't feel like a rip when you're in the downtrend of a bear market, and your portfolio, if you were, you know, a lot of people have bought at the high, because that's just classic retail for you. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the game. And they're buying it up at the 365 levels, right? Oh, it's going to $10, going to $100, going to $1,000, right? It can definitely do that, but you know, you got to be wise and understand that these markets are manipulated. These markets, you know, you got the big boys with big money playing, right? And so you got all the institutions right now have been stacking, right? And retail, crickets, the average. Not you guys, because you're paying attention, right? We're paying attention and we're stacking. I like some of the crypto lingo, I tell you, but stacking our bags. You know, it's time to be accumulating this asset class, because this is the type of asset class that's revolutionizing the world, right? And it's, you know, you talk to some people up in Canada, you have RRSPs down in the States, you know, you got your pensions and all that jazz. And I don't know how well those are going to perform long term. That's just what I'm thinking. I personally believe that this asset class is going to far outweigh those returns. You know, I had a friend that was just talking to me the other day and got a chunk of money, wants to invest, but it's a little too scary right now and the markets are red. So it's like, okay, well, you know, it would be a fun experiment. Take 20% of the cash that you have to invest, and put that into these digital assets, like, you know, good solid ones, all in one, or mix it up with a few, or just go with ISO 222 compliant tokens maybe, but get in there. And my personal opinion is that in about a year or so, that 20% will absolutely outshine the rest of the 80, the 80-20 rule. You know, I think that's a crypto thing. Now I get it. You want to be wise with your investments, and diversification is very smart. But I mean, we're starting to see, you know, traditional investors starting to add crypto into their portfolios, right? For a while there was like maybe 1%, maybe 2%, but now you have some people calling for about 5% of your portfolio. And 5%, yeah, it seems like a small amount, right? It seems like a small amount if you have just a little bit of savings and you don't have a whole lot, and you're just you're starting out in your investment strategies and whatnot. But like 5% of someone with a net worth of $100 million, that's a good chunk of money, right? You're going to put $5 million into this volatile asset space. Those types of people don't do that unless they believe that it's going somewhere, right? So, I mean, yeah, it's just, you just got to be paying attention. But I mean, what happened with this Brazil stuff? It's like, so on it was March 17th, so pretty relevant still. Ripple announced a major expansion in Brazil. They're rolling out payments. They're, you know, digital asset custody, RLUSD stablecoin, prime brokerage, treasury management. So this is like the first time offering the complete suite, all in one market. So partnering with 6 institutions. They're applying for a VASP license with Brazil's central bank. So, I mean, Brazil is like, they have huge remittance and inflation market, forward thinking, you know, like the regs. It makes it ideal, right? So this creates a compliant on-ramp for institutions, right? And that's Ripple. That's Ripple making moves. That's Ripple making moves when the market's down, right? And everyone's like, oh, nothing's happening. Guys, a lot is happening, right? Like, you have some major big moves happening. And so, I don't know, Monica Long called like Brazil one of the most advanced ecosystems. So this is real world adoption, momentum. It's post SEC clarity. We got all that for XRP anyhow, but like, you know, would Brazil's scale, you know, make you more bullish on the XRP utility? Comment below, let me know. I think so. That's kind of my 2 cents. But hey, we're moving forward. Ripple's moving forward. XRP's being used, and these things are happening live. And you kind of even see it on the news. There's like this narrative you can, yeah, I should throw some clips up for you, but next time. But if you just like research some things, like Google, we're gonna have to have short-term pain for long-term gain. That's been on like the news and all the newscasters, because I don't think we're naive to think that all these media corporations are really just giving their 2 thoughts on what is best. They're all owned by the same people, guys. They're all owned, and that's what I think. They're all owned by the same people, and they're pushing this narrative, right? And every time that you start seeing like negative sentiment in the news about, especially in this asset class, you know, the big boys are doing the opposite. And if you're just waiting for the news sentiment to change for you to get bullish again, and to, you know, I'll catch you on the next bull run, right? I'll catch you at the top, and then you'll start putting in your money, and then you'll watch it drop. that's just kind of how it goes. So I don't want that for you. I want you to be paying attention to like what's going on. You know, I keep getting interrupted. There's some like in Canada, it's like you never know what you're gonna get. It was sunny, spring, beautiful outside, and then out of nowhere, bam, we got like tons of snow. It's dropping. I'm huddled in my truck. I kind of want to get out, but yeah, it's looking a little grim. I wanted to go play some golf, so what I'm gonna do is do a little virtual swinging. Woohoo! That's all we got right now till the snow goes away. But that said, you know, yesterday was sun shining, beautiful, and then out of nowhere today, it's like we're in the thick of it in winter. So all that to say is, guys, things can turn around like that, right? As fast as things turn around and you get this negative sentiment and wars and this and that and everything's going nuts and you're like, oh no, I messed up. That's like classic capitulation feeling right there. Like, oh boy, maybe I wasn't as smart as I thought I was. Maybe these things are never gonna turn around, and I'm just gonna give up and blah 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 blah. That's fair. That's emotions, right? But you don't want to base your investment strategy off of your emotion. Okay, you really got to take a step back, realize where it's at, logically look, have the fundamentals changed? No. Have they actually gotten better? Yes. So you know, why did I invest in this in the first place? And do I see real world adoption utility moving forward? The ETFs, guys, they've been having steady inflows. So it's just a matter of time. And I know that time, we wish it was tomorrow. I wish it was tomorrow, sure. But hey, it's gonna happen, you guys. It's gonna happen. Not financial advice, but come on, it's gotta happen, right? So just give it some time. Give it some time. I want you guys to stay positive, be blessed, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. And one of these days, we're gonna be celebrating together, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay? So I'll see you in the next one.